состав у него? Джордан, Вилкинс, Антони. Тяжело. Ну, посмотрим. Я надеюсь, Гриффин открытые данки.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We'll see Brooklyn and the home team. Here we go. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Grant is out there with Anthony. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Jordan in at the 1 spot. Right wing. Here's Grant. Great D that time from Griffin.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Griffin dishes to Jordan. Thompson passes to Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Jordan with the bucket.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Holiday with the 3. Can't hit. Good D by Jordan. And so just over a minute and a half played. From the baseline. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Outside Holiday. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The layup missed. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul. So it's Brooklyn now. And Valanciunas kicks to Jordan.
That's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Outside Holiday. Thompson from long range. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Thompson's got 5.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense because he's got the A game rolling tonight.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Okafor's checked in, and Kenneth Faried subbed in for Grant. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the dunk by Jordan.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Now here's Will. Out to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Here's Okafor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Collison. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Collison with another miss. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist from Tobias Harris. That's 7 points for Klay Thompson. Russell dishes to Wilkins. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 10 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Fareed. And the layup's good off the glass.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Outside Collison. With 1 on the clock. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. The home team, they lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Here's out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then it's Holiday. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Chandler, and it's the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Fred is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Korver in the 2-guard spot. Redick with the 3.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Valanciunas again. It's Pierce. No good from Valanciunas. Redick passes to Chandler. There's the triple. And it's J.J. Redick with the 3. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jordan kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Holiday against Jordan. And Holiday, here we go. Chandler dishes to Fareed. Outside Pierce. Shot clock at 5. Fareed up top. Cannot hit. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Holiday against Jordan. It's good. This game is all even. Jordan's got 8.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Outside for Korver. Puts them in the lead. Korver's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Holiday has it in the corner. Pierce with a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 7 points for Paul Pierce.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Jordan can't get that one to fall. Pierce for three. They get it back. And Fareed kicks to Reddick. Buries the long-range jumper. Reddick's got 6.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Brooklyn trails by 6. Anthony down low, guarded by Harris. And it's Russell missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul. At the line.
And he makes the first.
Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
And Harris drops them both. 1:43 left to play here in the half. Russell passes to Wilkins. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
In the corner, it's Harris. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their pass.
Now here's Anthony. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
Hey, guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Here's Russell. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Anthony kicks to Russell. It's hauled in by Harris. Thompson against Wilkins. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Anthony. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The home team leading by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Надо больших, короче, брать свой ДВМ, потому что это пиздец. Вообще не знаю, что делать этим Гриффином. Он, блядь, данки нахуй не забивает.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
And what a game for Thompson. 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
We've got Pierce. Jordan is out there with Griffin. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Holiday and the point guard.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Pierce trying to break free. Griffin's shot is off. Here's Wilkins. Holiday with the block. And they're able to recover. Brooklyn shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Jordan with a screen on Jordan. Holiday dishes to Jordan.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Over a minute gone here in the second half. Anthony right side. Grant the pass to Valanciunas. That's good.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, team dancers.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
Feeds it to Pierce. Griffin, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn trails by 5. Out to Anthony. Fires from deep. That is good. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Jordan. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Holiday, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And Anthony gets double-teamed. Active Valanciunas. Grant kicks to Wilkins. Lock at 6. Griffin with the steal. And stolen by Jordan. To the middle. Looking for Wilkins. He gets it there.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wilkins. Both free throws good from Anthony. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Collison dishes to Chandler. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And slam dunk by Jordan. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
The drive by Collison. Kicks it to Reddick. The 3. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Reddick's
Где все? Просто где все? Ладно.
At the line, Darren Collison. Taking 2 shots.
Не типа разрывать, просто выпад не делать. Ну, тоже делать.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Russell is out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's Okafor. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Fareed in at the power forward. And here's Korver from the arc. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
And great effort on the boards. And what a mean talk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
That one misses. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Russell with a wide open look. And the baseline jumper, no good. On the wing, Thompson. Six to shoot. The kick out to Holiday. Here's the three. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 10 points for Drew Holiday. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On Dumbo. Kicks to Okafor. And it's Russell in the corner. And Griffin sends it back. Here's for three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Throws it up high. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Fareed. Anthony's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Jordan in for Russell.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The drive by Jordan. Griffin with the steal. And now Pierce running the floor all by himself. Thompson dishes to Holiday. Outside Griffin. Goes up on the high post. And he hits the jump shot.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Brooklyn trails by 7. Left side Wilkins. To halt the run. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. First one falls for him.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And Holiday, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
What a game for Holiday. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And that one's good.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless, a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Brooklyn trails by 10. Jordan inside, guarded by Holiday. Good. 22 points for Michael Jordan.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And stolen by Jordan. Here's Wilkins. And Thompson sends it back. There's the 3. Outside Holiday. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Jordan. It's Thompson off the drive. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
The second half, they haven't been able to get nearly as many second chance points. But with the lead, that's not really a major concern. I mean, they've just got to play solid basketball the rest of the way to maintain their cushion.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him. Jordan
against Holiday. Double team on holiday. He dishes it to Jordan. And a strong finish with two hands.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. A 3-bound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Korver's checked in.
Team ball. Substitution on the court.
35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's blocked, but they recover it. The kick out to Collison. 4 on the clock. Here's Chandler, and that one is stuffed right through.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Collison against Jordan. Collison, the pass to Chandler. The feed now to Reddick. Ring shot on the way. No good off the front iron. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.